God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine! I just got 3 things.
Play one more video here quick, everybody. John's truck, Code3. Share screen. All right. Hello, everybody. Kind of want to do a quick little live video with my friend John Bohr, who's doing something very, very cool this weekend. He's taking his 4-wheel drive Pro Mod truck to the races. That's right. So you're teaming up, right, with Fire Department Coffee, which is veteran-owned, right, John? They're the official coffee of the NHRA, and they invited you to bring Code3 to Vegas to put your truck on display. That is awesome.
Yep. Started off with just a little communication back and forth with them. We're talking about motorsports and everything, and we started talking about the pull truck, being in the fire service, and they're veteran-owned and fire department guys, career firemen back there, started this company, the Fire Department Coffee, and now they got a Infinity Series, I think it is, NASCAR. They're official coffee of the NHRA. So we started communications back and forth, and they really liked what we stand for out here and the truck and everything else. And they offered us a chance to participate in their Western Swing. Matter of fact, it was the week before when they hit me up with it and says, well, you can go to 3 of them or 1 of them or whichever one you want to. And the next weekend was Phoenix. It's a little bit tight to be able to go. And then they had Pomona, which was the weekend of the 1st. And we had an event here in Turlock, so I couldn't go. And I said, heck yeah, I'll go to Vegas. So they said, yeah, bring the truck. They got a spot on the Midway. We're going to be on display with their booth and an old fire engine from Las Vegas Fire Department.
Cool. On
the Midway at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to be somewhere close to where the Top Fuel pits are. So we're going to be able to hang out there and take a look at all those big dragsters. Never been to one of those before, so it'll be an interesting experience for me. And then everybody from this area, basically rallied up, and some of my other sponsors like Valley Tire Service, Frank, he pitched in. Flory Industries, Stu Lehman from over here, they pitched in. Our fuel supplier from over here, Lowry's, they pitched in. Local fire truck builder, Burton's Fire Apparatus, they pitched in. Friends of mine like Arnold Avila, we're taking his truck, we're pulling the truck down there with, and just everybody rallied up and said, let's do it.
That's neat. Super neat. Anytime we can do cross promotion like this, John, and show a pull-in truck to a bunch of NHRA race fans, I think it's pretty cool. That's one thing I like about the Mack Trailer Winter Nationals a couple weeks ago in Louisville. Yeah, it's part of a truck show, so you get all those semi-truck fans, if you will, and then they have a tractor pull on Saturday night and a truck pull. It's kind of neat to have that crossover. So
yeah, I know. Like Jared Birchke with Swiss Power, he's going with this, and Bill Campbell, friend of mine, is going with this. And I was talking with Jared the other night, and he said actually Clarence Correa did this before with Get Her Done, taking the 4-engine mod to the drags before, and it's really to go out there and represent what pulling's about and pulling on the West Coast and what we do out here.
Yep, I agree. Do you how far are you from Vegas? Like, how far of a drive is it?
It's going to take us about 9 hours.
It is 9 hours. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we're leaving out of here at 3:00 in the morning, and picking up Jared in Bakersfield, and he said it's about 4 hours from his house.
Okay.
So it's not a bad drive. We did it not too long ago.
Baby Huey's checking in. So proud of you, buddy.
There's Chris. He's hanging out. Yeah, I went the first time I ever went to Vegas was in December. We went to the NHRA rodeo, and it took us 7.5 hours with another friend of mine driving, but he drives 100 miles an hour. So, but no, it's definitely it was a shocking experience. Really, it was just a conversation going on between me and them, and with John Bryan from Fire Department Coffee, and all of a sudden one day he just called and says, "Hey, would you want to do it?" And I go, "We're in."
Yeah, that's cool. I expect a lot of cool video out of you, from the drag races.
I'm going to try to get as much as possible. That's for sure. We're taking some shirts out there, taking pop up. We'll have some shirts available. We're also going to take some Swiss Power shirts with us too.
Okay.
And really try to push the brand out there of not only Code3, but all of us out here.
Oh, for sure.
We definitely always use and talk about the promoters that are out here and the events we have. That way it helps out, try to grow it more out here.
Well, if you run in any promoters, I mean, there's always been chatter about doing something in Vegas, that'd be kind of neat. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we have talked about. And matter of fact, me and you talked about it on the show last week.
Yep.
If you can ever get anything in there in Vegas, you would definitely have a crowd coming from all different directions.
Yeah, I think, it'd be so easy for spectators to fly out there. The hardest part is we'd have to get strong support from California and the Texas pullers, people that are closer, because it's a long run, as you know, to take something from the Midwest all the way out there. It'd be a heck of a – I think we'd have a hard time that first year without really guaranteeing some big money, to get some guys out there. But you never know. Maybe we can talk to Nick Connie or somebody into it.
It's the lure of Vegas, too, that would probably get a lot more, a lot more of the Rockies areas trucks coming and trucks coming down for.
I'm going to be interested. So, like, it's Fire Department Coffee. So you're just going to be like a display in their booth, basically, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. I'm sure they give away samples and they do a bunch of fun stuff like that. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they got planned there and stuff. We're gonna get there early afternoon tomorrow, get set up, and then we'll be on display from Friday morning till Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, the finals are always Sunday afternoon at the drag races. That's neat.
Yep.
It'd be neat. It'd be neat to hear what I wonder what the most popular questions are going to be. What motor, right? How many horsepower? That kind. I'm trying to think of the questions that these aren't going to be people that are super familiar with the sport of truck and tractor pulling. So that's why I wanted to get you on here, John, and do a quick little live because
I think
that's what I'm excited about.
I think one of the main questions we're going to get is how does it work? Because the one question you get from people that never really come to a pull is, so is it for speed, how fast you get to the end, or how does it regulate? And so you have to explain to them, how the transfer sleds work, and tell them, it's off a distance, and speed is part of it, but
right,
you have to explain how everything works. So I think that's going to be probably the biggest question.
Yeah. Too bad I didn't think of this until you said this, but I set you up with like a DVD player and a TV and just have a video playing at all times for something like that. I've seen people do that for static displays like this before, John, to really let people know, but I didn't think of that until right now. So that's shame on me. So,
well, next year, if this turns into something that we can do every so often, or, if this turns out good and we end up going like the Sonoma Raceway, which is only a few hours away from us. Okay. Maybe we can put something together like that.
Yeah.
See how this thing pans out. I think it's going to go pretty good. I think what he told me was expect around 80,000 people a day. And then Fox Sports comes and visits the booth areas and stuff like that during commercial breaks and intermissions.
How many people did he say a day?
80,000.
Holy F. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. How many hero cards you have made?
Not enough. I'm definitely going to run out of those. I'm going to run out of those, and our shirt order didn't come in time, so I'll probably sell out on the shirts too. But just going around there and seeing all those, for us, it's going out there and seeing something different too.
Yes,
something we've never seen.
Yep.
We go, to our events and stuff like that. It's normal for us. Just like it's normal for them to be at the NHRA drags. So it's going to be an experience for us also seeing what goes on there.
Yep. I love it.
But yeah, it's definitely something out of my wheelhouse that we're trying.
I'm pumped for you. Anytime we get some cross promotion like that, that's what makes it great. You know what I mean? I think it's so cool. So cool. Pull something like that off.
And it's like we've talked before, is this is all about, building the support for the sport and try to get new eyes and new butts in the seat and stuff like that.
I love it. So yeah, be sure to do some lives on West Coast and your Code 3, and then I'll share them around to beer money for you and stuff, and then it should be a good time. So get lots of.
Yep, we're gonna try to take lots of pictures and try to get as many live events, and I'll do some lives on like you said on the Code 3 page and the West Coast Pullers, and you have some TikTok lives and all that. So
TikTok lives have been doing really well, John. Really focus on that. You're going to get more people watching those than you will the Facebook lives.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot more right before the West Coast show. Is doing some TikTok lives and trying to build up more people coming in to watch the other show.
Yep. It helps a lot.
But
it helps a lot.
No, it's definitely going to be a good time, and go hang out in Vegas for 4 days.
Yeah, that should not be a bad time either. This poster I have up on the screen right now, John, can you kind of talk about it, all the people?
So, like with the crew and stuff, there's some of the guys that helped me build the truck back when we first started in 2010, like Jason Miller and Mike Hamilton and Brian Birdsong. And then like my brother helps out every once in a while, and Jason Titsworth and JP and Andrew Beckwith, and a lot of thanks to my wife and my daughter Elizabeth and Morgan, and then Larry Lopes, who does our injection systems, and Chris Daniels, who popped up there a few minutes ago.
Yep.
And Nick and the Gish family up north in Oregon, they always help us out when we're up there. And and our sponsors with our ranch and Central Valley Dodge and Spielman and Slide Napa and all those. And basically self-explanatory. It's 1962 Dodge Power Wagon, Van Pelt fire truck. It was originally a fire truck. Came out of fire truck factory in Oakdale, just east of here. But I got one of the baby motors in the group. Only a 572 cubic inch Mopar Max Wedge, and it's just been something that like we talked about before. As we started off in the street class in 2000, building it in 2010, came out in 2011, flirted around a little bit for 2 years in the super stock class and 6,000 super stock here in California, and you got to see that class at GSI.
Yep.
And then decided to make the move to Pro Mod, so we built it from ground up. Jason Titsworth and a whole bunch of us, and Spillman and JP, and we actually built the frame and got it put together in 2 months. Got the frame put together in 2 months, and it's what we call a wedge frame. It's actually 2 frames. And then started off with a 540 and slowly built it up, and went to alcohol injection in 2020. And Larry Lopes built the whole system. I mean, he's a master at it. He's a master at the fuel injection system. He does a lot of trucks out here, and even tractors and into some boats. And he's a total wizard. out here, and just built it up from there and started running the circuit. And matter of fact, the first pull with this new chassis and combination, we went to Plymouth, California, and won the pull that night.
Awesome. I remember that.
And then the second year we went back there and did a repeat. So, we're not the strongest truck out there, but we pull off a win every once in a while. And last year, I'd still say our proudest moment was when we went to Sublimity, Oregon, which for a bunch of us out here is like our Super Bowl, one of the biggest crowds, and went out there and and won Sublimity on the second night. And so it was a very big accomplishment. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. A lot of people from around here and other pullers. Code 3 was pretty much built from a lot of old parts from a lot of pullers from out here, older trucks that have either gone on the wayside or hand-me-down parts, and that's how it all started.
Yeah,
with a lot of help from a lot of other pullers. I mean, everybody gets together and chips in. Like Bob Morrow with Overkill and parts from him. And if something would break down, hey, I got that part. Just a lot of the pullers all get together all the time and help each other out and pass on parts and stuff, and all become good friends. Like I just changed my injection system on the hat to Big and Ugly from a bird catcher and did some changes there, and I didn't have a cover for it to go transport down the road. So Doug Bradshaw, show no mercy, goes, hey, I got an old one that I used to run on my truck. Here, put that one on there. Perfect. Run that one down there.
Yeah.
It's just all fun. Everybody helps each other out.
Yep. Yeah, if you're just joining us, John Bohr from California is taking his pull and truck, this Pro Mod Code 3, to Vegas. He's going to be in display of Fire Department Coffee. They're the official coffee of the NHRA. They're based out of Rockford, Illinois, which I didn't know until about 10 minutes ago. I have put the link to Fire Department Coffee and their website in the chat as well. We're live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook right now. So we got, it's 3 o'clock out there, but some people are starting to come on the show, and this is something that I think I use the right hashtags, NHRA. John, won't hurt us all to have that in our description at all, because people are searching for that. I think you're going to be really popular. I really do, because it's something cool. And 80,000 people a day, that's insane.
Yeah, that's what they said they get at that show. So
yeah,
it's and then we're going to be right where everybody's coming in and right there on the midway. So he says it's a ton of traffic. So
what are you most excited about, just as a puller in general? Just a fan of pulling, John.
Just increasing the sport and keeping the camaraderie and keeping everything going together is able to keep what we like to do out here. Well, like to do all across the whole United States.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just like, with you and I talking over several years now and stuff, trying to build the relationships back throughout the whole United States and getting everybody together. And
Agreed.
The more we have the unity, the more stronger we are. And
I love
it. That's what keeps me going on it is, I started in the sport in 93, just pulling our stock pickups and pulling our antique tractors. And I took a little hiatus for a little while, but it's always been something I've enjoyed. And just like every puller always says, that the chain gets tight and it draws down, it just gives you a sense of adrenaline rush that is unknown to everybody else.
No, it's super cool. Super, super cool. Well, I know you're super busy, but I just wanted to do a quick live, give you a shout out. Thank you. First of all, thank you to Fire Department Coffee for allowing this opportunity to John. I hope you guys can work together in the future. Code 3 is a beautiful truck. It runs well, and you're a good ambassador for the sport, John. So thank you for coming on, and let's stay in touch. Let's stay in touch this weekend, please.
Yep. we'll try to put as many stuff up there as possible. And if you see this, come on out.
Yep, and if you're heading to the drag races, go find John, okay? So,
Yep, come find us.
thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.
You.